Monday, January 6. This week, China will be the first to provide updates on major economic developments. The Purchasing Managers Index to the service sector is scheduled to be released at 3:45 a.m. The questionnaire asks survey respondents to rate how the situation with various business indicators changed at their company in the previous month, improved, deteriorated, or remained unchanged. The rise in the service PMI index indicates that China's service sector will continue to expand. This could lead to an increase in the yuan exchange rate. The United States will also provide a similar report on this day for 45 p.m. The service PMI index is one of the most widely used by us economists. It provides operational data for the entire service sector, which accounts for the vast majority of the country's GDP. It is regarded as a leading indicator of the country's service sector activity and inflation, and its growth has the potential to boost the dollar. Tuesday, January 7. The Consumer Price Index for the European Union will be published on January 7 at noon. The index measures the change in prices for goods and services in the Eurozone between the reporting month and the same month the year before. It is also a price stability indicator used by the European Central Bank's Governing Council to evaluate the effectiveness of monetary policy. The growth of the index in the context of low inflation has a positive impact on the euro. The ISM Non-Manufacturing Prices Index for the United States will be announced at 5 p.m. It reflects the change in prices paid by businesses to their suppliers while preparing services. In general, the index has no direct impact on the dollar. It is often interpreted as part of the Purchasing Managers Index. Wednesday, January 8. On this day, market participants will pay close attention to Germany. At 9 o'clock a.m., the country will release industrial orders data. The index is a leading indicator of industrial production. The index's growth indicates that the German economy is expanding, which could benefit the euro. Consumer price expectations in the European Union will be published at noon. The survey's goal is to gather opinions on inflation. If inflation becomes too high, the ECB may increase interest rates, causing the currency to rise. However, in a difficult economic environment, rising inflation may worsen a recession, causing the currency to suffer. Thursday, January 9. Australia will release its trade balance on Thursday at 30 a.m. The figure shows the difference between a country's exports and imports over a given time period. Economists use this indicator to assess the pattern of cross-border trade flows. The trade balance has an ambiguous impact on the Australian dollar, depending on business cycles and other economic indicators, such as GDP growth. The number of unemployment benefit applications in the United States will be released at 3:30 p.m. The indicator represents the number of people who applied for unemployment benefits for the first time in the previous week. It is regarded as a reliable early indicator of the economy's health. An increase in the number of applications for unemployment benefits over several weeks could have a negative impact on the US dollar. Friday, January 10. At 1:30 a.m., Japan will announce household spending figures. The country's consumption is highly seasonal. Thus, consumption is higher in the summer than in the winter. However, in extremely hot years, summer consumption may fall as Japanese people spend less time outdoors. Higher than expected index values are regarded as positive for the Japanese yen exchange rate, while lower than expected values are considered negative. Canada will publish its unemployment rate at 3:30 p.m. The indicator depicts the percentage of unemployed residents in the country compared to the total number of economically active people. People who have actively sought employment in the last 4 weeks are included in the calculation. The lower the unemployment rate, the stronger the Canadian dollar.